drain swallow plugged in. Okay. All right.
First thing we do is the two rev numbers. So this one's rev.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll just.
yeah. But I think if you make your own, then it's gonna be a different rev number. Well, not a different one, but it's not gonna be B anymore. We're almost at the D state. We changed from the C to the D because we clipped that leg on the IC. Every time you do any change, you have to upgrade the right.
Then we get the rev REM power supply board, which is. Power on.
And by the way, you don't ship this guy with it.
What's that? The FR1 connector?
No, it has to be shipped with it, the FR1 connector.
Oh, it does, okay.
I meant about the cable. They
Oh,
do
yeah.
their own conduit.
Oh, yeah.
Ship
Yeah.
cables with it. It's not on yet.
Normally this boots up a lot faster.
Sorry?
Normally this whole system boots up a lot faster.
I know so.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my feel to it. I mean, it's.
Yeah, all right.
But having said that, I never powered it up and just stayed there.
Yeah.
Power it up and go to something and come
Yeah,
back.
This mouse that you have, you supplied that out of your inventory, right?
No.
No.
We got that. We have his mouse over there. This is the mouse to print.
This is the one we have made.
All right.
I supplied the mouse. I think it's the old.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Well, make sure you give it to him today. So we can have it back along with the other stuff.
Oh, he wants us to ship the other stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Just ship it.
Okay.
The old one.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's what we started to use many, many years ago.
This is number 4, or this is number 4.
Yeah. No, that's what we started with the first prototype.
Oh, really?
That very one right there.
Yeah, I wish we started with.
That was Fred. He went to the local AN software and came back with his little touchpad. And that's what we started with.
Why didn't we?
Because people wanted the mouse. They liked the trackball better. Plus, you couldn't make that work through a hole in the cover plate.
Okay.
So then we went to the Logitech, and anyway, it's a long story.
Number 3, put screen on, no error messages.
Okay?
Well, you might have error messages. You might because this guy is not on here. So you might have the CDA. LFC is not going to have on it. The error messages, if you see anything on here, it says ADAC busy or AD to A/D converter. You have a problem with the ADAC board, the CPU, or the cables. I mean, right off the bat. But
Yeah.
it will be flashing. It will be flashing. Okay. If you want, I could show it to you how it would look like. But
Could you do it quickly?
no, that's what. All you have to do is switch this one backward, or switch this one backward, and you'll say A to D busy or something like that, and it will be going up and down.
Okay. Number 4, fog fans. Make sure they're blowing in.
Into the cabinet, yeah.
Get the software version.
Yeah. Of course, you have to make sure it is not just to enter it, but you have to make sure that this software is the right one for the cabinet. The software, once again, TSSM 2.03. T is for TIAS, or the TIAS cabinet, which is this guy. Okay? 1 and 2. The S and S that you have two scales in it because we have one cabinet with only one scale. Shuttle, shuttle, that's what it means. M is we having the container with only manual valve on the container. Actually 2 for S293.
Oh, really?
If you're, just came to me. The one that you saw, you loaded, TSSM .00 something, didn't have the 2 on it, therefore I knew it was an S293.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Then you enter the password. The password. Then in caps.
Dan, if I was you for job security, I wouldn't verbalize this. I'd just do it and not tell anybody how it's done.
Just write a film.
Caps. Engineer.
That's the semiconductor standards. Yeah, it's S2-93.
To help you out,
The,
once always try to get rid of
well,
this screen,
the current
Alt
one is
X, clean
98.
it. Then you will see
98
that track
maybe
will a
here.
little bit easier. If
98.
you have it, you will need this one. It will be hard to see.
So when I turn it on,
What is it? But if you clean it up,
then we put it to Alt, back to Alt C.
you don't need it. You already did
Already did that.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And then P1 and P2 readouts.
Well, what he wants you to do is get into the service mode. You want 6 here? I don't want to jump
Password.
ahead of you.
Oh, and then you go into service, yes. Password, then you go into service.
It won't let you go into service unless you get the right
Password.
password. So that somebody walking by doesn't go in and call up the machine.
Okay.
Okay.
Left container.
Anytime you see alarms like this, normally at this time you're gonna see a lot of alarms. You're gonna see LFC alarm. You should actually see. Is this one still on? Yeah, that's on. Okay. You should see CDA alarm. If you have the doors open, you should see a door alarm. If you don't have your exhaust connected, you should have an exhaust alarm. The 6 alarms could be listed over here. Okay. But right now, you don't have the CD alarm because this guy is already connected. You don't have the door alarm because we already bypassed the doors. You don't have the exhaust alarm because we already bypassed the exhaust. Okay. You might see something says interlock. Interlock alarm is really nothing but all alarms that will drop the 24 volts of the pneumatic for safety, pneumatic lock. All bundled up under one interlock relay. Fred knows it very, very well. But if you need to know it, I mean, you have to read the schematic. Okay? So you might see different bunch of alarms, and you need to start, this time, you need to start get rid of the alarms. Otherwise, there's nothing you can do with the system. You have to resolve all the alarms before you go forward. Okay? Try it.
So now I have to give it this. Correct?
You could, or you could go in here and then do it again. It depends about what you want to do. I mean,
Well, I'll keep on going.
okay.
The P1 and the P2 readouts. 250. Now that is
Not 250, 25.
25. And that's what these two are.
Right.
And they're not reading it.
Well, remember yesterday I said,
They're not calibrated.
when you, one is not calibrated, but when you make the manifold, before you put it into the system, the manifold has to be pressurized around 2,500 torque. So you expect, assuming that this one knows that they are not out of whack, okay, let me put it back. This is, you're doing this one just before you're shipping the system. So you have to pressurize these two using the helium to 2,500 torque. This one doesn't apply at this particular one because we haven't done that. But the minute you are going to ship it and put it in a container, these guys should be 2500 torque. That means the end user or the customer or me when I QC it, once I power it up, if they are not 2500 torque each, one it could leak, or two it was never adjusted. Okay? But the main thing I look for it's a possible leakage during shipping, or electrical problem that some of the cables came out loose. It could be endless of why it's not 2500.
Okay. So that's okay. Now we'll go down to number 8. Okay, the A1 and A2 scale readouts. 0 readout. Now, they're not adjusted, right?
They're not really adjusted, but once again, on the final stage, if you take everything off the scale, you should read something says 0. Okay.
Now, when you say everything, covers?
No, everything.
Leave the covers on.
Leave the covers on.
It should be 0.
What this one means is this will increase by adding some weight. I mean, this is how you add weight. Now, at this time, if you remember, we're going to go to scale calibration. But at this time, all I'm making sure that it's reading almost 0. And I keep saying almost 0. And if you add any kind of weight, it will increase it, make it. What I'm doing right now is I'm testing whether the scales work.
Recipe. Do you preload recipe in the hard drive when you send it?
Yes.
So
There's
those
a
numbers are already put in, huh?
Right.
So he shouldn't have to load recipe.
No, everything.
Want to put it on the screen?
Oh, it flashes.
No, it comes preloaded like that.
Yeah. Okay. See, we used to put the recipe in our phone.
No, this is a default parameter that we do. You have to change the default parameter to make it easy for you. Okay. Once it's ready, I'll come. You'll never have to touch this 3, this 3, this 3. All you touch is 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. The top 8 you don't touch. The lower 6 you touch because it's gonna help you out, to find things.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the scales, okay. The alarm knowledge, for example. So do you hit that?
No, you
Well,
pull the
this
jumper
one.
out
You pull the jumper out.
and see if you get an alarm.
No, actually, you create an alarm. You make the horn sound like this.
Yeah, that's what I meant by pulling the
Oh, I'm
jumper.
sorry.
That's
I
okay.
thought you were talking about.
No. That's okay.
So yeah, that was a dual sensor and that one.
Yeah, that's what he says to do here. This is actually quite good.
Yep.
This has got plenty of detail here. Okay, you pull the door sensor, a jumper out, and you'll create an alarm.
And with the alarm acknowledge, all you're doing is you're really silencing the horn. I mean, you're not resolving the alarm. You're just silencing the horn.
What? Why did the alarm go away now? Well, it
Which
got
one?
resolved. Okay,
It's
you
a
did
door,
that.
yeah.
All right.
I pulled the door. Once, okay, let me make another. Let's say that you create an alarm. Let's say that you don't solve the alarm. Once you push this one, all you're doing is you're silencing the horn over here. But still, the alarm still exists over here. And the horn will not sound again unless you create another different alarm. So we see it a lot with the scales. The scales are fluctuating at the point where alarms go alarm, alarm, alarm. The horn would sound because it went to alarm mode.